One's been arrested, but it does have strong leads. The pressure cookers that held the bombs, scraps of black backpack material.
Today, we are enlisting the public's help to identify the two suspects. After a very detailed analysis of photo, video, and other evidence, we are releasing photos of these two suspects.
Reports that the police were chasing the two suspects and that there was a firefight that ensued with the suspects throwing bombs out of the vehicle at the police.
Those like real fucking guns.
Yeah, boy, I'm outside. Honey, please get inside.
By 1:35, we had one of the suspects being declared dead at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. He had been taken there, had been declared dead. It seems that one of the suspects actually ran over the younger brother, ran over the older brother as he was fleeing the scene.
His brother was killed in a gun battle with police earlier that day. Dzhokhar managed to get away.
We rushed to the front of the house. It's a two-family house, and into his roommate's room, where we saw the first suspect get hit by a police SUV, and then after he was hit, shot multiple times.
He walked outside and he saw blood on a boat in the backyard. He then opened a tarp on the top of the boat, and he looked in and saw a man covered with blood.
The standoff began with fears Dzhokhar Sarnaev may have been armed or carrying explosives.
It was just minutes later that police captured Sarnaev. He had lost blood, was weakened, but authorities say he had put up a fight in that backyard, engaging them with gunfire.
That is the suspect on the boat tonight before he was taken into custody. This is 19-year-old Dzhokhar Sarnaev.
Shocking revelation. Sources now say Dzhokhar Sarnaev had no weapon when he was hiding in a boat, and a police officer injured during the operation appears an accidental victim of friendly fire.
Happening now in Orlando, FBI case getting national attention after an FBI agent shoots and kills a man with ties to one of the Boston Marathon bombing suspects. Agents telling us the suspect was about to sign a confession when he pulled a knife and lunged at that FBI agent.
A U.S. government official tells CNN 2 Massachusetts state detectives and a Boston FBI agent were interviewing Tadashev in a room where there was a samurai sword. According to the official, Tadashev, who was trained in mixed martial arts, suddenly flipped the table, knocking the FBI agent back into a wall. The official says Tadashev then pulled out a long-handled object and came at the agent, prompting the shooting. Tadashev's
Well, the circumstances surrounding the fatal shooting of Ibrahim Tadashev have turned even murkier. According to the Washington Post, which cites law enforcement officials, the 28-year-old Chechen immigrant was unarmed when he was shot dead during an FBI interrogation last week.
How many times they shot him? 7 times.
The Boston Globe is now reporting at the back of their website that there was actually a huge drill in regards to the Boston Marathon. It was planned months before the Boston Marathon and actually not supposed to take place during that time. But look at how uncanny it is We're going to read it here on screen. The Operation Urban Shield drill, which was from the DHS, was meant to train the officers, a bunch of detectives in the greater Boston area, to work together to thwart a terrorist threat. Sure, okay, that's all good. But look at how specific it gets. It talks about how it was training them to deal with terrorists, rogue terrorists, that used a backpack to carry explosives and do maximum harm in Boston specifically. And actually it says that it's disturbing how close together this training drill and the reality of it were.
The start line this morning, they had bomb spotters on the roof of the building, and they had bomb-sniffing dogs coming up and down at the start line. And Melanie said there was bomb-sniffing dogs at the finish line, but they kept making announcements saying to the participants, do not worry, this is just a training exercise. Well, evidently, I don't believe they were just having a training exercise. I think they must have known, they must have had some kind of threats or suspicions called in.